Hello, I'm Ruby, and today my mug would like to tell you that my dad is the best dad in the world. It was Father's Day on Sunday, and this is a very cheap and trashy mug that we got from him a couple of years ago, I think, but big up my dad, he is flipping great. On Sunday it was also Midsummer's Day, and I sat out on the roof of our house and watched the sky get steadily darker after the sun went down. I've never really marked the changing of the seasons or the progressing of the year much before. The months have always flown past and it's been mid-August by the time I've noticed that the evenings aren't quite as light anymore. But having had not a lot to do these past 3 months, things have quite noticeably changed, like when flowers get their act together and bloom, or when the thunderstorm stops and everything's quiet, or finding a new blend of tea. This one is Russian Caravan and it's very, very good. I've always been the kind of person to over-sentimentalise anything, and change comes into that. The big change that COVID has been to the way that we live our lives felt rather like falling down the stairs at first. Each day a new bump as we fell into a new step of not normal. And now we're all plodding along, getting used to what I've decided to call the new abnormal, because the new normal is an overused term that underwhelms the reality of life at the moment. The greatest meaning in my life is attached to my faith in God, and from that trickles down all the meaning that I place in all the big and tiny things, like a new blend of tea, or like the passing of the seasons. But I talk and I muse and I look at the flowers and I drink my tea, and I don't think I'm actually saying very much, so my thoughts naturally turn to the guy who literally wrote the book on Midsummer. A Midsummer Night's Dream was the first Shakespeare play I got to sort of interact with. I saw it with my family at Lakeside Arts Centre when I was about 7, I think. So when I was stargazing on my roof last night, I brought my trusty copy with me. Enjoy the poeticism. This is the roof. Welcome to my space. I'm just sitting here watching the sky get steadily less blue. It's very, very pretty. I've got my trusty copy of Midsummer Night's Dream, Cambridge School Shakespeare edition. The final few bits are very nice. Shakespeare can really write a good sentence and speech. It's all kicking off now. Titania and Oberon, the fairy king and queen, are having an argument. Titania gives this massive speech about how their anger has ruined this world that they're supposed to be presiding over. I think it's really interesting that you get this narrative that I think has quite a few echoes of Eden, which is something I find really interesting. And through this distemper we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old Hymes's thin and icy crown an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, the chiding autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evil comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original. And I've just found potentially my favourite line. The cow slips tall her pensioners be, in their gold coat spots you see, those be rubies, fairy favours, in those freckles live their saviours. I live in a freckle of a cowslip, honestly, that would be the dream. The stars are just beginning to come out and it's very pretty. Farewell, thou lob of spirits, I'll be gone. I think I need to start using that. I feel like my friends could quite accurately be described as a lob of spirits. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day. If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend, in your pardon we will mend. And, as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to scrape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call, so good night unto you all. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends. I like that I'm just a face emerging from the dark behind. It's a look.